Welcome to the next lecture on Introduction to R software. You may kindly recall that in the last lecture we have understood what is R, why should we use R, and how to install R and R Studio software on our computer. So now we are ready with our software. So the next aspect is that once we start with R, we would like to take the help. For example, whenever we are writing a program and we want to do something, we do not know how to get it done. So we have to seek some help. So there are different ways to get help in the R software. Some are inbuilt, which are internal help sources, and some are external help sources like as Google and so on. So we are going to discuss about here that how to take help for the R software, and then there are some other aspects like as how to get the demonstration of a particular syntax, how to get examples on a particular syntax, how to use packages and libraries. So all these topics we are going to discuss in this lecture. So now we try to learn how to start R and what are the different aspects. But before that, let me tell you how we are going to do. I have prepared some slides on which I will be giving you the details how to execute a program, and side by side I will try to demonstrate that how to use a particular syntax or a particular command over the R. So I will be switching over different windows, one window for the R software and say another window for our slides. So now you can see here on the desktop of your computer that there is going to be an icon of here R like this. So you need to double click on this icon, right. So let us try to do it here. So now I have taken a screenshot of the R GUI, and this is pasted over here, and now let us try to see what is there in this window. If you try to read it here for the first two paragraphs, it is trying to give you the details about the R software, and in the last two paragraphs it is trying to give you different options. For example, how to get a citation here and how to obtain the demonstration of a particular function, how to get here a help, and how to quit the R program and so on. So if you try to see, if you try to read it, you will get information about this. But now after this, once we have started the program over here, now our objective is that how to obtain the help in the R. So first of all, what we can do, you can see in this window. So what you can do, you can just double click over here, and if you try to see it here, we will get here something like this help, and then you can see here that there are different types of things, and if you try to click over here, you will get here more things, right, on the internet. And then you can, for example, if you want to know about the feedback or what is R, you can just click over here and it will give you each and everything. So now what I have done, I have just copied and pasted this thing over on my slide, and just to give you here an idea, I am trying to explain you here. For example, you can see here there are some FAQs on R, FAQs on the R for Windows, some manuals in the PDF format, different types of here R function, help for the in the HTML format on the internet, and so on. So all these things are there. And so the first approach to take the help on any function is that you please try to go through the help menu and try to seek help. The next option is that we can go to google.com, and there are different resources which are available at different sites, including the support from the website of the R software. So we can just look into different types of example, different types of syntax, and they will also try to extend their help to us. If you try to see here that suppose I want to take a help on some function, say called as read.table. Well, I am using here some new names like as function or read.table. right? These things should not bother you, because later on you are going to learn all these things, but my objective here is simply to show you that suppose you know that there is a command read.table, and so obtain the help on that function. So suppose I want to obtain the some help on the read.table function. What I have to do here, I simply have to write say question mark, and after this I have to type here the function name. For example, here I have done here question mark followed by read.table, and we try to type this read.table on the command line. For example, I will simply try to copy and paste over here so that we save some time, and I try to paste it over here, and you can see here that this comes on an internet site automatically. And this is here the address of the site over here, and then you can see here from here to here it is trying to give you the entire details about the function read.table, right. I am simply scrolling it just to show you that these things are available to you, and I have taken here the screenshot of this thing in the following slides. For example, here we are getting the same slide over here, and then you can see here we get here the slide like this one here, and simply for example if you try to see here, it is trying to give you the complete format about the command read.table, and then how to read the comma separated file and so on. And you will see that there are different types of arguments which are given here, that how to give here the file name, how to handle the header part, how to handle the separator part, and so on. So this gives you the most authentic help on say R software on the function read.table. Well, I have taken one example to show you. Similarly, as you proceed further and as soon as you are introduced to a new function, you can take the help on this thing also. So it gives you the complete exhaustive help. Next approach is that I can use here a function help.search. So the format of this command is the following, that I will try to type help.search, and suppose I want to know about how to input the data, right. And suppose I do not know that what are the different ways of data input and so on, but I have some vague idea that I want to input the data. So in very simple language, I am trying to write down help.search, and inside the bracket with this double quotes, I am trying to write data input. So now let us try to do it here. Copy this command into our R. You see. Now this is again going to the website of the R software, and it is trying to give you here that there are two different ways to input the data. One is read.df and there is read.table, and suppose if I want to know about the read.table, it will give me all the details over here, right. So if you try to see here, I have taken here the screenshot of the first site, and in the next slide I have taken the screenshot of the second thing. So here if you either you try to click over here, then you will get the details of the utility which is contained in read.dif, that is trying to give you that how to input the data from a spreadsheet. And similarly, if you want to input the data, there is another utility what is called as read.table, and it is trying to give you that how to input the data. And as soon as you try to click over any of the link, you will get more details about the these utilities, that how to get the data, right. Another way is that I can type here something like help and say and these two brackets, or other approach is that I can write down here help.start and inside this bracket, and this will bring us to the website of the R software. Let us try to do it here. So suppose I try to type here help.start. you can see here that this brings us to this type of site. And here again we have different types of things. So, I have again taken a screenshot of this site which is here, and now you can read it actually more clearly, that it is trying to give you an introduction to R, and then how to write R extension, say import and export of the data, and there are many things. So, you simply have to click over the link and then you have to read it, and they will give you the complete idea about the software. Right. One thing again I would like to make it clear, that this course is at an elementary level, where my objective is to give you some help so that you can start with the R software. And in any programming language, if you try to learn it more, you have to do it yourself. So, this course is intending to help you to start with the R program and to understand the basic fundamentals, right. So, you have to just keep these things in mind. So, now the next approach to get some help is to use two commands. First is find, and say another is Apropos, right. This function here, find, this tells us what is there inside the package. For example, if I say that there is a package which is called as LOWES, LOWESS, LOWES, right. And suppose I want to know what is in this LOWES. So, now if I try to type this find LOWES inside the bracket and contain inside the double quotes, you will see here what do I get. Right. It is trying to give us the information that it is a package that is contained in statistics, what is connoted here as a STATS. So, again I have taken the screenshot of this thing, and you can see here that it is trying to give you the information that this LOWESS package is a package which is contained inside the package called STATS stats. Right, okay. Now, there is another what we call as Apropos. Apropos is a command that will show you that what is where. For example, suppose I have some idea of say some word, say LM. You will find that LM is a command for say linear models. But anyway, I have some brief idea that there is some command which I remember that contains two letters LM. So, so I will try to type here Apropos here like this, and inside the bracket within the double quotes I will try to write down here LM. And when I try to do so, I get here a screenshot like this one. Well, now you can have faith on me that these screenshots are exactly the replica what are we going to get when I try to execute these commands. Well, just to gain your confidence, I will try to run this Apropos LM here once again. You can see here that it is trying to give us this type of information, and I have simply taken the screenshot over here, and so that I can explain you it here more easily. So, you can see here that I was trying to find out the two letters LM, and you can see here it is LM is here, right. If you try to say LM is here, say LM is here, LM is here, LM is here, LM is here. So, and there are so many functions in which two letters LM are common. So, now from here you can choose that which function you wanted to know, right. Okay. So, now after this, once you have some idea about the function, you would like to know how to use it. Well, their syntax and commands are given in the R help, but definitely we would like to have some examples so that the things are more clear to us. This R software helps us and it provides us some example which are built in inside the software. So, if you want to know any example of any particular command or say function, you have to use the syntax here, say example. And suppose I want to have some example about the LM, what I have to do? I simply have to write here example and LM inside the brackets, right. And so, let us try to do it here and we will see here what do we get here. So, now you can see here that it is trying to give you here some examples and so on. So, suppose now I try to copy and paste this LM over here. So, you can see here that it is trying to give us here all the information about the LM. And now if I try to change the page here, I will get here more information. So, I have just copied and pasted all this information in my slide over here, so that you can have a better idea. So, this is the first slide which we have got here, right. And if you try to see here, it is trying to give you here all the details, that is trying to take an example from this book and page number this, there is some data and on which they have implemented the package LM, and then they are trying to give all the details, right. Okay. And then there is all some detail over here, right. So, after this let us try to see that in case if I want to have a demonstration of a function, then how to get it done, right. So, in order to get a demonstration of a function, the syntax is demo, and inside the bracket I have to write down the name of the function on which I need a demonstration. So, for example, here I am trying to take a demonstration on the function PERSP. Actually, this PERSP is a function that creates the perspective plots, which are a 3-dimensional surface plots, right. So, let us try to do it on the R directly, and then after this I will try to show you that I have copied and pasted the screenshots over here. So, now if I try to copy and paste over here demo persp, you can see here that it is trying to show you here something like this information, and after this it is trying to give you here something here more, right. So, I have just copied and pasted this information, and it will also give you here a plot here something like this, which I have made here like this over here, and these are the details which are available over there. So, you can see here that it is trying to give you all the details. Similarly, if I want to have another function to be demonstrated, so I have to simply use here the demo and inside the bracket graphics, and once you try to do it yourself, you will see that you will get here this type of a screen, and that is containing here all possible details. And also it will try to give you here a graphic like this one, which is available over there. At this moment it does not make much sense to go through with the details what are given on the slide, but my modest objective is to show you that how you can get a demonstration of a particular function which you want to use, right. The next thing is this, that if you are using R and if you want to quit from R, so how to quit? In order to quit, you simply have to write here Q and this starting and closing brackets. So, if you try to see over here, I have given here a screenshot also. So, if you try to write Q and these two brackets, then you can easily quit the R program also. The next aspect on which I would like to concentrate is the libraries in R. The first question comes, what is a library? So, if you try to see in simple words, the literal meaning of the library is that a place where there is a collection of many books, right. So, similarly these libraries are also the collection of several types of commands to execute different types of tasks. And R provides many functions, and out of which there are two types of function. One function which are built in inside the R software, and say another type of software which you can create. Beside those things, when you try to install the R software, you will see that there are several options given. One option is to that when you are starting the R for the first time, then you are actually downloading the base software. So in the base software, they have given most of the say these common commands which are useful for a common user. And beside that, if you want to use any specialized function, then they have given the commands for that specialized task inside a library. For example, in case if I want to fit a time series model, so there will be a library for the time series. Suppose if I want to fit a spatial data model, so there will be another library that is dealing with the spatial data. So in order to use those functions, we have to download the libraries separately, and we need to install them. Then only I can execute those things. So in case if you want to use a library, you have to type the function here library, and inside the bracket you have to give the name of the library which you want to use. For example, if I want to do any statistical data analysis for say spatial, so I have to use here a library spatial, say spatial, and I will try to use here the command library say spatial. And once I try to do it over here, this library will be uploaded and then I can use it. Some built-in libraries which comes as a part of the base package in R, they are something like here, one is MASS and say another is MGCV. And please remember one thing, this is capital M, capital A and capital SS. This MASS package, actually this contains various type of data set and say other tools which are related to a book, Modern Applied Statistics using S+, which was written by Van Bils and Ripley. Actually that was a book about the software S+, in which they have used different types of data set, different types of command, and this library contains all those commands over here. Similarly, there is another library MGCV. So this library contains about the details about the generalized additive model. So if you want to use some generalized additive models, then you have to first load this library, and only after that you can use it. And in order to load a library, simply write library and inside the brackets the name of the library. Right. So once you load a library, means obviously you would like to know what are the contents of that library, because as such you have no idea. So I can use the help function to discover the contents of a library package. For example, earlier I had just installed the package, say here spatial. Now I want to know that what is there in this say spatial package, and I need to know the help. So I will try to write down here the library help equal to the package name. So this is help equal to say spatial, and once I try to execute it, I will get here this type of screenshot. Right, I mean the package name is spatial, priority, this is good, this is the version. And after this, this will give you all the details about this package. For example, here you can see this is the screenshot of the library help equal to spatial. It is trying to give you here about the package, priority, version, the date, and it was incorporated in the R software, and then suggestions and who has written it, who are the authors of this package, and simply here that what type of things it is going to do. And you can see here that there are different types of information about the details about the package. See here is spatial. So similarly, if you want to know about any other package, you can take this help also. Now, before you try to use this library or say packages, we need to install them. There are some packages which comes as a part of the base package of R, and there are certain packages which need to be installed externally, right. And these packages have different types of qualities, they are used for different types of tasks, and the R package does not contain all these packages. We have to download it from the website of the R software. So here we try to learn here how we are going to do, right. So first thing is this that we have to do downloading of the software, but believe me, this downloading is very simple. So now if you want to install any package, first step is that run the R program and then use the command install.packages, and as soon as you say install.packages, then the package will be downloaded and it will be installed. So let us try to take some example and we try to understand how these things are happening. For example, suppose I want to use here a package R Meta. R Meta is a software which is used in statistics for meta-analysis of the data, and this package does not come as a part of the base software, right. Similarly, there is another package called as agreement, and this package contains the statistical tool for measuring the agreement. This package also does not come as a part of the base software. So we need to install these two software. One is R Meta and another is agreement, right. So now we have these two packages R Meta and agreement that we want to install. So now you can see this is pretty simple. You simply have to write down install.packages, and inside these two brackets you have to simply write R Meta inside the double quotes. And similarly, if you want to install the package agreement, then you have to simply type here install package, and inside the bracket, these two brackets, you have to write down this agreement inside the double quotes. And once I try to do it here, then I get here a screenshot like this one. So let us try to see and verify this screenshot first. For example, if I want to install here this package over here, so now if I try to copy and paste this command over here, you see I get here something like this, and it is asking that from where you want to download. This package is now available in Algeria, Australia and different countries. So for example, if I say I want to download it from say India, and I give here the name India here, and then you can see here this package is installed over here, right. Similarly, if I want to install here this another package say agreement, what I have to do here, I simply have to type here install.packages, and then you will see here that this package has been installed over here, right. Okay. So now I have given these things on my slides also, and you can see here that this is the same slide which we had obtained, right. And all these packages, they will be downloaded in a directory over there, and this directory is given over here where the packages have been downloaded. So that's not a very big deal, and this process is automatic, right. So you can see here that is the slide that we had got after installing the agreement package. This is trying to give you different types of information, the size of those packages and everything, right. Okay. So after this we stop here, and we have seen in this lecture that whenever we want to execute a particular type of task, there are two options. The task can be completed using the packages which are contained inside the base package, or they can be executed by using additional package. So in case if I want to use additional package that has to be downloaded from the website of the R software. But for that you need not to go to the website again and again. You simply need to have an internet connection, and if you try to give the command install packages, then it will automatically install the package into your software. But remember one thing, that whenever you are going to use the package, you first need to upload it, and all those aspects we will try to look into in the next lectures. So try to play with these commands, try to type it yourself in your computer and try to see what do you get. The more you play with the software, you will get better acquainted, and then you will enjoy the learning more in the forthcoming lectures. Till then, goodbye.